Hello and welcome back to King Note Gaming. It is I, King Note, and we're back again on my island of Gavotte to make a little bakery. And I made a couple custom designs for this, nothing really too crazy, but I wanted to make a kind of red brick pattern, because red is still kind of a color in this color scheme, and I want to incorporate it a little bit more. So I'm going to make a very simple brick pattern, and truly, like, this is one of my go-to patterns to make. I don't reuse any custom designs. Like, even though I've made custom designs for previous islands, I never reuse any. I like making everything because I like torturing myself, and also because I want my islands to feel unique and not have any repeating patterns, even though it would be much easier to just use ones I've used in the past. I had to really change the colors on this because the browns, like, I thought I was going to do a brown brick, but it didn't work. I want it to be like a red brick. So I changed the colors here, and then I went around, and now I'm doing my technique for adding texture. I start with the middle-sized brush and do like random squares around, and then I go on top with a lighter color in the 1 pixel brush, so it looks like it's textured. And then I adjusted that light color a bit as well. But it elevates the pattern, because the basic brick design, you can do it all flat colors and it looks fine, but if you add a little bit of bespeckling to it, it looks way nicer. And then I also made 2 other variations, basically adding a line, like a full line on the left and the right, just to make the end pieces, but that's not really worth showing. And here's the spacing for the bakery. I made a pretty big area for it. Not really big in the vertical sense, but the horizontal sense, pretty big. It's right behind my bookshop and my little boutique as well, so it's in the district over here with all the shops. And there's how the bricks turned out, and then I had to customize a whole bunch of the castle and medieval building side items. I went back and forth a bunch with how I wanted the structure of the building to look, and I think I ended up with something that I liked a lot. I didn't want to buy any more items because I am totally sick of grinding for items right now, and I had to use a ton of castle items on Gavotte already because of the university build, so I'm like, nah man, I'm not, I don't want to order more items, I really don't. I have the bells for it, but the grind is super annoying. And I'm kind of experimenting with, like, different combinations of things, like the storefronts and then the columns and whatnot. I wanted it to look nice on the outside. And at this point, I pretty much have the structure how I want it to. It was just 1 space off, which, you know, it do be like that with these items, and spacing isn't perfect. But I decided to put the storefronts out front instead of the medieval building side, so I can use them in the back where they look the nicest. And it was 1 square off, but at least I had a decorative pillar, so. And then I decided to put these little wood partitions out front just to kind of cover the hay of the storefronts so they look less barn-esque. I really like them a lot, but I think the little hay in it is a little bit not quite what I'm going for this island. It'll be perfect on my other island coming up, but not quite for Gavotte. And I had that 1 random not black wood partition in there just to throw myself off. And now moving along, I'm adding the last little touches on the outside here. I want to add it with a purple soft serve lamp, because it's cute. And now we're going to start decorating the actual interior of the build with the system kitchen I did 2 kitchens because I think the ranch kitchen looks really nice, and so does the system kitchen, and then a clay furnace because it's a bakery, and then I put like counter tables around it. And the last finishing touch I'm gonna add in this little area is gonna be the dessert case, which I had to order because I didn't have one in my storage for some reason, which is weird because I have a ton of them somewhere, but I couldn't find them. But they're in my catalog, so that doesn't matter. But I wanted the kitchen to feel like, yep, this is where the baking happens. You order at the little counter there. And yeah, it was so tricky decorating in this space because it was so tight that I swore I had enough space for something, but I was like a pixel off or something, and it was really annoying. I'm not gonna lie, that was very annoying. So here I'm trying to like get everything in the right spots. And of course I had to add some drinks, like some little coffees and some food. Like baked goods everywhere, because it's a bakery. Usually I like to build like a bakery in a house, just because it gives you more space for like tables and stuff, but I didn't want to make another player character. I've done so many player characters on my other islands, and it's very taxing to decorate that many houses. So I try to go minimum with my non-forever islands. So like Gavotte here, which once I'm done with this island, I'm going to be resetting it after the dream address is up. So, man, I don't know. Like, I was looking at my previous dream addresses, like a couple of them on stream, but a couple of them just because I wanted to see them again. And I am a glutton for just adding way too many characters onto my islands. I don't know how I did it. Especially with, like, my second ever dream address, Wind, had so many characters. But, I mean, it makes sense. I was telling the story. I was, like, trying to recreate the plot of the film Nausicaa, but, oh. And here are the last finishing touches. I hope you enjoyed the build, and I'll see y'all in the next one.